Just mute Caleb for like 5
minutes. In the first minute.
Mute Caleb's mic.
Did it again.
DT doesn't tell you what to hit the button. He just hits it.
Yeah, he does just hit the
That's
button.
the beauty of it.
Is that what he calls it?
Is that a ghost? Wow. Oh, these names are not lined up. Who did this? Oh God.
Amateur hour.
Oh, it's bad.
Jover.
What happened?
Jover.
How did this
taking
happen?
the top, boys.
Oh,
No wonder I killed myself. Look at this production quality.
Wow, I
And
messed
your
this up
fans
bad.
like
How did this
literally
happen?
think you're dead. I sometimes get comments.
What do
being
you
like,
mean
you know what
think?
Ed sound
What do you mean
He
think?
is, yeah.
What do you mean think?
He's AI generated.
I come to you from the great beyond and you're thinking?
Hello. Welcome to Shrimp Hours, number 65. Drive through. Cody's here, Slab's here, Caleb's here, Rusty here. Ed's ghost is somewhere, and also we brought Cozy back.
Hey, shut
How
up.
you doing?
All right.
We also have Caleb's dog too. Can't forget that.
Yeah, big fan.
Just chilling.
She's
in the
chilling.
back.
Now she's looking at the wall.
Let's look at the ghosts in the background.
I should.
we usually start the podcast talking about NASCAR, but the Roval was pretty ass, wasn't it?
Who won?
The Dinger. The
Oh,
Dinger.
Oh yeah, Allmendinger won.
Dingerman.
You can't
Shut up.
say that.
Like these Xfinity races. Is that any good? Did they race that? Who won that?
Yeah.
Sam Mayer.
Sam Mayer, so that's automatically a bad race.
That's fucking stupid.
I watched it and I don't remember anything apart from Alex LeBay
That's
fucking it
every
when he was in
NASCAR
like
race.
fifth.
The thing I remember is Brad Keselowski following Truex through the chicanes and just doing like some like bomb ass maneuvers, just like fucking on kids out there, and then of course he has to have a penalty and some other stuff happened and got eliminated.
Denny Hamlin was
Tragic.
wrecking for like a full minute into the last chicane. That was great to watch. All right, so NASCAR kind of sucks. I heard the F1
Kinda.
race sucked this weekend too, and honestly, the Bathurst 1000 was not very good either. So it's kind of an unfortunate weekend of motorsports.
Yeah, people said that's like the worst Bathurst 1000 I've ever
was-
watched. I was like, I don't know. I thought that was pretty fucking good. Like if that's the worst one, man.
It was pretty bad.
Like,
Like, I watched-
There's lots of like fun crashes. You know, guys just like head on into walls and stuff, and like guys just like blocking the pit lane. You know, goofy shit happening.
There was a
it's-
broken car blocking the pit lane. That was pretty good.
I can get behind that.
Did he like melt the rim because that's what he was just like driving on? For,
Yeah,
like, half
he
lap?
he bopped the wall and his right front locked, and he was trying to get back to the pits, and he grinded that thing all the way through the tires into like the bottom of the rim, so it was flat because it just wasn't spinning at all. And he made it all the way around the track until the pit entry, and then he got stuck because I think he lost his right rear. And other dudes were trying to pit because the caution was already out, and they're like juking like left and right around this car, stopped in pit entry. And then they like got a pickup truck and like dragged him into the pits with it. And even that was struggling.
I think they need to adopt the NASCAR rule of just close the pits during like the first part of the caution
That was great.
or
Someone
safety
literally got-
car or whatever they call it over there.
Someone got passed because they tried to go inside of the broken car, and someone like went around the top and got around both of them on pit entry.
I was hoping somebody would ass pack him so bad.
Yeah, we need to make sure that we don't adopt what NASCAR does ever for anything.
Anything. Yeah, that should be a rule of thumb. You want to have a good racing series.
That's what I wanted to ask because I was talking to you, DT, about it. Like, what did they even do to the supercars? Like, because they went to the new car and it was supposed to be good, but it was like
They kind of next gen'd it. They took downforce away. And now it's like it's less like power slidey, like loose, like they're not pushing the cars anymore because there's less downforce and it'll just burn through the tires. So they just kind of like boot around and it's kind of just tight everywhere, and the racing has not been very good. The drivers are pissed. Like Shane Van Gisbergen was straight up like, yeah, these cars suck, I'm leaving. It's like
I wish more NASCAR
It's a
drivers
tough
would do
look.
that.
yeah.
But can we just talk about how like modern military conflicts like suck? Like they
just because of
they-
how horrible like the Twitter fights are.
Yeah, it's all Twitter fights. It's Walmart drones dropping grenades on you while you sleep, trench warfare, and like hang gliders. Like I thought we were gonna have like biosuits, power armor, and all this cool guy shit, and like we didn't get
Where's my
any of that.
jetpacks?
We like
Yeah.
literally live in a cyberpunk dystopia without the cool aesthetic.
And all
we
we
live
get
in the
is-
hell world. I hate it. I want to trade timelines. I don't want to be here.
All we get is misinformation on the internet.
Yeah, like what happened? Like, I kind of miss the old days, like 1917, where the newspaper would roll in and be like, "Hey, yo, like the war's over," and now I just look on fucking Twitter and it's like Elon Musk, like, "Yo, what's up? Here's misinformation."
Yeah, it's just Rusty telling you actually the war was never a real thing in the
sorry,
first
did
place. It was a psyop. It was a psyop to feed you soy boy beans.
Did Caleb, the youngest one in here, say I miss the good old days? Or
I miss the good old days of
He did.
1917. Apparently,
you just had to be there.
All right, I want to switch gears real quick and talk about what's Twitter doing
Yeah, I bet you
because
do.
the F1 world was pissed because apparently it's super hot in Qatar. I didn't watch it, but apparently like drivers were straight up passing out after the race. Apparently Ocon yacked in his helmet, which is unfortunate.
Damn.
didn't Qatar have a
during the
day
race?
this year where, like, for a full like 40 hours, the temperature never got below 100 degrees Fahrenheit?
Jesus. Yeah,
Sure.
it's literally a night race, and they're still just overheating because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
still like kind of summer in fucking Qatar. So everyone was like, okay, we have to change something. Even the FIA, like, who are normally stupid, were like, okay, we'll make changes. This won't happen again. And then Martin Brundle goes on Twitter, and he says,
that's ought to be good.
he says, it's races like Qatar and very rainy days which make F1 drivers look like the heroes and athletes they are. Absolutely don't buy into the weak view that we shouldn't put them through this kind of challenge. Which is just like bold. I mean, that is out there, and basically everyone's pissed.
Nice based.
Yeah, he's like making a
That's-
day
it's
race
ba-
next year.
It says based. They should suffer for our amusement.
He said, "Let them burn."
Hey,
That was Martin Brundle.
it's like
He's like quickly getting into like old man territory. It's kind of tough to
Yo, on a
see.
cloud.
I just want to say, like, last year when the Buffalo Bills were going to play a home game and it was like forecasted to snow like 2 feet that day,
And
and then
buried the city, dude.
and then they just decided to play the game somewhere else. I was like, no, play
Detroit.
out in the fucking snow, you goddamn cowards! You guys get paid tens of millions of dollars, and you're complaining about 2 feet of snow in fucking Buffalo, New York.
I think it's more the logistics of getting like all the fans
Yeah.
to and from the stadium as opposed to them just playing in the
They can
snow.
watch on TV.
I don't think the TV
Based.
crews could work,
Based.
but sure.
Yeah.
This is football, man. Can't read the numbers on the field. Can't read the jersey numbers. The struggle will continue.
Did anything interesting happen in football this week? Thing we're talking about?
The Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
Lions
Pat's
are going to the
downfall
Super Bowl.
Continues as we speak.
Good. All right, let's talk about paint schemes. It's time for Drip or Drown. I only have a few cars to show you this week, so you'll be happy.
Mm.
First of all, I know some of you guys will appreciate this. Jersey Mike's was on the race-winning car.
I did see
Base.
that.
I love Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is the best sub shop in the country.
Big fan. Yeah, they're my number one as well.
Oh, dude, I delivered their pay stubs one day. They gave me a free sandwich.
Oh,
Mhm.
hell.
Oh, dude.
Big Jersey Mike's fan over here.
Hell yeah. We do
I
not have
would
those
say their
here, but-
locations, at least in South Carolina anyway, are always amazing because I can take the big UPS truck and it's so easy to get in and out. They always have like the perfect location. Like some of these places, you know, it's sketchy trying to get out. The traffic's flowing the wrong way. The parking lot's too small. They always choose like a perfect
Useful.
location.
All right, hell yeah. Shout out to fucking Jersey Mike's.
Jimmy John's can go fuck themselves though.
Ooh,
It's true.
what'd they do?
The owner, he shoots elephants, doesn't he?
Yeah, and rhinos and stuff.
Yeah.
Endangered species.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fucked
It's,
up.
it's not just him, it's like all of his kids too. Like they're all bloodthirsty maniacs.
That's fucking weird.
He shoots lines right between the eyes. Big problem.
Damn. All right. Good subs and bad subs. Take
Damn.
note.
Like actual Lions football players.
Wow.
The Jimmy John's owner literally has a section on his Wikipedia and it just says hunting.
Oh, brother.
That's not good. All right, I do want to bring up one thing. They had all the pink window nets for the October thing at the Roval, and Zane Smith was driving the pink car with the pink net, and I know Cozy pointed this out. It looks kind of cute.
I'm a fan.
It kind of like flows the pink from the side to the top. It's nice that it like kind of lines up with the design too.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work for pretty much all the cars on the grid, but it'll work for like at least one of them, and that's the one.
Why don't we let them have colored window nets every week? Just let them fucking do whatever with it. I'd like not pink, obviously, but like if they want to have a colored net, let them do a colored net.
When it turns into
I
the
do
NBA,
not
where some
trust these NASCAR teams to.
No. Here's the new play. Like we want to have like sponsors get as much stuff as possible. Let them like paint a sponsor logo like on the net.
Wait, that actually look kind of sick. Hold on. I'm just imagining like if they had some huge logo on the side and the letters like start up here and just go across.
Dude.
I have to whip something up. Anyway, I also appreciate that Zane Smith's like name rail is just big ass Zane. It's huge.
Yeah, this car and Ross Chastain's like cotton candy thing he had going on. Those are like the only two good looking cars with the pink window nets.
Yeah, they specifically put some like pink on that Chastain car. Good. Also, Tyler Reddick ran a like special Jordan thing. I don't know. I'm not a shoe guy. Does this reference some like specific Jordan shoe? I don't know.
It references Pop-Tarts wild berry flavor.
Yeah, I guess so. And they did like a cute ass suit and everything. I think it's the best Jordan car he's run. And it was designed by students. So shout out to the 23XI design team as always.
Paying homage to a special Air Jordan 5 grape shoe.
See, wild berry punch.
And they went like they went detailed with the whatever kind of effect on the side of this to make it look like actual shoes. The fire suit's really
the
cute
actual
too.
shoe is in general if you want it.
Oh yeah, let me pull it up.
That does look exactly like the
One of the finest
Pop-Tart.
Jordans they ever made, by the way.
Yeah, the wild berry twist Pop-Tarts.
Those are the best Pop-Tarts ever, by the way.
Yeah, very
That's
90s.
pretty
I
sick,
like it.
Actually.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, dude, imagine the fucking Charlotte Hornets wearing those.
All right, so that's a rare drip for that team. Slap just for you.
Oh no.
Jeremy Clements ran a Dale throwback sponsored by Kevin Whitaker's dealership. And
Throw him in a dungeon.
Yeah, if you know the lore, watch Slap's video about closing racetracks and Greenville Pickens, and you'll know that Kevin Whitaker is.
I'm going up to Spartanburg, South Carolina tonight to beat the shit out of Jeremy Clements.
That's a threat.
Hey, this just happened at random, like after I did the video, but I know Kevin Whitaker's address. I know where he lives.
Jesus Christ.
You can't say that.
God damn. All right, next car.
And cut.
I'm keeping that in.
I got the Ryder truck ready.
Did you see how high up his eyebrows went like a cartoon villain when he said that?
Been waiting a long time to drop that one.
Listen, I'm just saying, if Greenville Pickens goes the way of the dodo bird, you might not see me for a while.
He'll be out in that tent making more videos.
Yeah,
Uncle Slap has some business to take care of.
dude, box truck dealers near Greenville, South Carolina, do not sell to this man. Bad things will happen.
Yeah, Ryder, Penske, U-Haul, any of the above. Put him on your list.
Budget.
What's the box truck equivalent of a no-fly list?
I don't drive.
Slaps on it. All right, next car. I forgot this happened, but Sage Karam drove an MBM Xfinity car.
Isn't that the IndyCar dude?
Yeah. Looks sick. It's like a hat sponsor, custom patch hats, and they actually have like an embroidered like stitching thing, but they also have like the fabric effect across the whole car, and it looks kind of cool.
That was the guy who Noah killed under the bridge at Road America.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out.
The cheese bridge.
Those are some
yeah, cool looking car. Also, there are a lot of random Xfinity cars that showed up to
Fuck
the
is
Roval. I
this?
guess because it's a road course,
74
and it's like
Is
in
this
the
a
Charlotte
sponsored
area.
Mike Harmon car?
This is not Harmon. This is a different dude running the 74 named Devin Jones, who I have never heard of. I don't think he made the race, and he's got probably the vaguest number 4 I've ever seen on a race car.
That's
But the rest of it's
close.
actually not bad. It's just weird.
That's very close to being a U.
What is Verinex?
I
It
just
looks like a
looked it up.
medical
This is
commercial.
not real. No, it
So-
is not real.
I was about
What
to
do you
say, it looks
mean?
like a you're gonna watch a commercial to buy this during the race.
How's he
You're
got
gonna have a bunch of fat people
HP
dancing around.
Enterprise on the side
Yeah,
of the car,
Verinex
too?
on their website says they are a managed service provider of transformative business technology that
Oh,
provides
that's not real.
proven solutions and
That's
services.
not real.
It is fake.
All right, I'm putting them on Lyra's
That
Thieves and
motherfucker
Lawyers.
is not real.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do some research on that one, Slap. All right, I got one more car and then we're done. And it's very brief, just because I remember we talked shit about that time that Eric Almirola ran the like halfsies IHOP Smithfield thing.
I still think that's like pretty good.
It's not terrible. It's not
Just
great.
the way it's like overlapping itself and just kind of like slapped on there. Didn't really like. But you know what? They ran the whole ass IHOP one this week.
Oh,
It looks pretty cool.
Wasn't he sponsored by Waffle House a few years ago?
Yeah, whatever
Traitor,
Smithfield.
Traitor.
I think it's whatever
All right,
Smithfield
drown.
gives their fucking meats to. There's some weird shit going on with this number, but
hey, what the-
Why is it white in the middle?
bizarre. All right, that's your drip or drown.
Oh, you gotta show the Tostino's car.
The what? The Totinos?
Tostino's
Actually,
pizza
I was gonna
rolls.
bring that up and then I forgot. That's a good.
Didn't it catch on fire?
Oh, is
Not
that
only did
Ricky
it catch on
Stenhouse?
fire, it really caught on fire.
damn hole in it.
I left my pizza rolls in the oven too long. That's what happened.
That joke was made so many times, but yeah, it got a hole in
Oh
it.
shit! I didn't see that.
Damn, what the fuck?
Oh shit!
I mean, the flames were like shooting out the side of this thing.
They're like in the cockpit at one point.
Look at
Yeah,
them.
like
look at
once he gets
they're
out, you can see him
flying
just like
out there.
rolling through the cockpit.
It's a lot of smoke.
They should have kept
Yeah,
it
he also
green.
like he got out of the he got out of the car really slowly too, which is like kind of weird. Like even when he got out, he just kind of like stood around next to it,
It's probably the smoke inhalation is making him slow and like fucking
like
delirious.
carbon
Safest.
monoxide poisoning. Yeah,
Safest next gen.
yeah, that thing burned up a ton. I mean, god damn. So, shout
Help me,
out
Oprah Winfrey.
pizza rolls. The car looked good before then. Someone tagged me on Twitter and said I was gonna hate it for some reason.
Oh, they got the pizza rolls in the bumper.
No,
Is that
dude,
gonna be
that's
a rough in the
base.
past?
How did
That's
they get away
great.
with painting the damn like side skirts on the thing?
Holy
Yeah,
crap! Jimmy
Yeah.
and She just got lit
Yeah,
up.
they've been doing it randomly. Like half of the a lot of the Fords have started doing it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Front Row started doing it. Colleagues been doing it all season. Randomly, like half of the Stuart Haas cars have had skirts. Like the one that Ryan Preece had, that legendary flippin' had wrapped skirts. I don't know. I like the rules are so murky. No one knows anything. Doesn't make any sense.
I was gonna say because I thought they it was like straight up a rule at the start of the season. Oddly enough,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to paint them in the Coke series either. So like, what gives? Like,
Wait,
I don't know.
really?
Yeah, you're not allowed to paint them.
Is it
Even
just
on
like
Front
OEM?
Row, when the real car has them painted.
As far as I know, yeah. I mean, I was never involved in any of the painting process, but like, from what I understood, like, there's
Damn.
yeah, you can paint that part of the car. It's just like a next gen thing. I don't know.
It's so weird because on normal iRacing you can. Bizarre.
I don't know.
All right, that's Drip or Drown. It's time to roll into the media check-in. And I do want to say, since we've done the last podcast, Bing AI has like lived its entire life. It has like come up, been the greatest thing in the world, been the worst thing in the world, and now it's completely dead. I'm just
I don't think we can get into like what killed it, but just know it is the most
can.
disappointing. Oh, okay. All
I
right,
think we
go ahead.
absolutely can. We found out pretty much immediately that you can make some horrible things with it, and then we did. And then
Drake
it turns
is
out,
now blacklisted on there because they were making so much,
yeah,
so many references to Drake and a certain regime in Germany in the 1930s.
but that's not what we were doing. But we came up with one thing. We came up with some stuff, and then
That
it
was
turns
how I
out
learned what Bing AI was.
the internet collectively came up with very similar things, often worse. But it was basically this stupid system where like you couldn't say like certain words. It would be like but then you could just say like a similar enough vague phrase, and then it would just work.
I do
Famous
appreciate-
iconic mouse named Mickey.
No,
Yeah,
famous,
exactly.
the iconic cartoon sponge named Bob is my favorite.
Because Bing was like, "Hey guys, we don't let you type any proper names, but you can just." Anyway, it's stupid.
Oh,
The worst
shit.
part about it though was just seeing like my Twitter feed filled with just
It's
either bad
everywhere.
jokes or just like it's like, ha, NASCAR's racing on the moon. Funny, right? Anyway, it's basically dead. Because they cracked down on all the the workarounds, at least the ones that we had.
No fun. Please.
Yeah.
That's the
And
most
it all kinda
traffic
sucks
Bing's ever
anyway.
had in its life.
That is true.
So the best part was like, if you had an account, you get like 100 credits. You can make like 100 things. We found out that like you can just sign up for a new email and it'll give you 25, and you don't even need to like remember the password. You just make an Outlook account with some random crap with a random password, make 25 AI things, and then just make a new one.
I think between me and DT specifically, we might have made at least 15 to 20 Bing accounts in the past like week. Just
It was totally
random
worth
burners.
it.
Holy crap, Jordan Love is God.
Shut up.
Who cares about football?
I didn't touch on it in our football segment, but Cody's
There
least
was no
favorite
football
Packer
segment.
player, Quay Walker, died like mid this game. So
What? Did he?
yes, he has a
I'm-
knee injury and will not be back.
Shit. Hold on, I want to see the replay of this fucking throw.
All right, can we roll into the media check-in real quick? What have y'all
This
been?
is the media check-in. It's
Yeah, Monday Night
football
Football.
time, and it's over.
Cool. Y'all been playing any cool games recently, or watching movies or something? Damn.
Nope.
I have been playing Cyberpunk again.
Ooh, where's Ed? Ed loves that game. Bring him
Hello.
back from the dead.
There he is.
Yeah, it's a good game. Solid game. Fun
It's
game.
really come back around. And they added
Yeah,
the
they,
DLC,
it got-
top of DLC.
Yeah, it got No Man's Sky a little bit. It kind of fixed it in the end here.
Oh, wow.
I just came across like the trailer from like 10 years ago, or like the teaser trailer. I couldn't
Oh
believe,
yeah,
like,
I was an adolescent when they started talking about this game.
yeah, it's insane. It's just now getting around to being like fully, like actually a pretty solid game. I've been seeing clips pop up on Reddit here and there, and it's pretty crazy, like the way they've adjusted the game, the way like you can play it and just murk people. It's pretty wild. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you can do crazy stuff now. It's beautiful. Like police are actually in the game now. That was
Yeah.
not really. They would just kind of appear out of thin air before. Now they're actually like a force, from what I
So
understand.
are they still working on the game? Like, are they still actively like putting stuff out for it?
As far as I know, I guess they're supposed to make like a Cyberpunk 2 at some point, which that would probably be another 10, 15 years. But I don't know. I don't know if they're supposed
Yeah.
to put out more DLC for it. I hope so. But like, because they integrated like this most, I guess they only really had one bit of it, but they integrated it really nicely into the story.
Yeah. You know, they kind of cut Starfield's balls off too. If you really want to get down to it, they
Yeah.
What do
they
you
like
mean?
got in there. Starfield came out and it was kind of weak. Launched kind of weak. Like a lot of people were playing it, but I don't know that a lot of people were loving it.
Yeah.
So
I heard it was kind of
uh,
just like dead. Like there was just not much to do, or it just
yeah,
felt
it's
empty.
That's
It
right
had
word.
it felt like Cyberpunk when it first came out. It was just dead.
Yeah, just
dead.
oddly
The
enough,
only thing I
Cyberpunk's
ever
not
heard
as
about
going.
that was like the pronouns, and that was it.
Well, Rusty had a few problems with that, but other than that, we had.
Is it at least is Cyberpunk at least true to the trailer? Like they didn't Watch Dogs it?
Now it probably is. It's probably closer to the trailer now than it ever has
Oh,
been.
yeah, that's good.
I have to go back and look at the actual teaser trailer, which is probably the oldest bit, which is the one from 10 years ago. Like that is just like it's not much of anything really. It's just like, but
yeah, it's all fluff.
I need to go back and look at some of the old stuff. But yeah, it's pretty wild. Like it, because I remember playing it, at least when it first came out on PS5, and even that was like pretty like oof, not good. But it's good on them.
I heard it was worse on consoles even than it was. I played it on PC the first time.
That's right, I did too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. First time I played it was pretty mid. It was glitched. Like I couldn't even 100% the goddamn game because one of the missions was bugged and I couldn't get through the rest of the goddamn like side quest line. That pissed me off,
buddy.
Pissed me off. But apparently, yeah, it came back around. We're doing all right.
Hell yeah. Speaking of teaser trailers, someone leaked the like Motorsport Games IndyCar game teaser. And it was like a teaser thing where like show a few cars and like woo woo coming 2025. And the NASCAR Twitter kids were pissed. People were like, why is there no gameplay? I don't care. I don't know. It's classic dumb reaction.
Speaking of which, the new NASCAR console games will be made by the same dudes who do iRacing.
I was rolling into that. And like, I just tweeted because I woke up like in the afternoon that day. It's like hours after the news dropped, and I just sent out like it was all worth it. If we get the culmination of like Monster Games now that they're actually good, and with iRacing support, I believe, especially because they're taking like coming 2025, so they're taking their damn time, which is insane when you think about the window of like time that we just won't have a NASCAR game is gonna hit like 4 years.
It took 20 years, but NASCAR eventually came back to Papyrus.
Yeah.
They came crawling back like, baby, take me back. I'm not the same man I was 20 years ago.
And I've really realized that like Monster Games wasn't all that bad. Like I feel like they were getting somewhere with the Heat series, but then it didn't really like it still kind of felt like they were getting fucked on. And as soon as they switched over to like SRX and Outlaws, they've actually been really good. I guess the Tony Stewart games are great. But Outlaws game is surprisingly good, and if they just work off of that, I believe.
Yeah, I wanted to get that. I never played it. I heard good things for the most part, but I never really talked to anybody who actually played it.
PC though, it's not on PC. I don't know why. Every
The
other
NASCAR
thing they've
console
made is
games
on
will be on
PC.
It said Steam.
Yeah,
That's
those
PC.
will. I just don't know why Outlaws is, and I don't want to play it at 30 FPS on my ancient PS4. But if you have a PS5, it'll be alright. They even have like a very rudimentary paint booth. Like they have like the classic like NASCAR Heat, like pick your base for the car or whatever. But then you can also like drop shapes on top of it, and it's like it's really like it's borderline useless because you have to like specifically move each shape, and you can't like copy anything or like layer things properly. But it exists.
There's an attempt.
There's a little seed to be planted for a video game that comes out in 2 entire years.
Yeah, that's the only part that gets me. That's dude, the wait. Like,
Yeah.
I was talking about it not too long ago. I was just like, I think all the way back to like Technics and where they dropped that one trailer, everybody went nuts in like 2010 or 11. They're like, holy shit! You know, it's like I think iRacing, everybody that's involved with the license now probably do a great job, but wait another 2 years, man. Might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, the good news is like post-COVID, time seems to move a lot faster nowadays.
Yeah, it's not a good thing for.
Like I blinked
Everything.
and like 3 years of my life is just gone.
Yeah, it's still 2021. Let's be honest.
Things happen.
These things might happen.
Is that all I got for media check-in? Oh, I watched.
Go ahead.
Rusty got me to watch Parasite, which has been on my list forever. And I finally got to it, and it was good. I don't want to. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I love watching a foreign film because it's just like, it's just like written and shot just like differently. Like you don't really know. There's never like the classic Hollywood, like you know exactly what's going to happen at every single step. That's what Ben and I were talking about. I mean, I know we spent a whole podcast talking about the Gran Turismo, but that entire thing was just predictable start to finish. This at least was like, you don't even know what genre the movie is when it starts. Like you have no idea where it's gonna go, which is cool. I like it.
It's been on my list for a while. It's probably gonna get me to finally knock it out.
It's really good. I don't know where it is in the US, but it's on Canadian Netflix, and it was
Damn,
just
slap.
What?
all right over
Just
there.
knock over a bookshelf.
No, my fucking noisy ass goddamn seat.
imagine having a noisy chair.
All right.
I just want to say that the billion-dollar industry of Hollywood is kind of like ruined cinema.
Well, it's dead right now, so shout out.
It's true.
At least the writers got paid, but the actors still haven't.
I still believe in Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
That's fair. Caleb,
I
what were
still
you
need
gonna
to
say?
watch Tenet. I haven't gotten around to that.
Oof.
Tenet is the
Bring your
like,
drugs.
yeah. I watched that in theaters. So the first time I actually went to go see Tenet, we had like a theater, like the projector like started to malfunction. It was just flashing blue and red the like first like 5 minutes of the movie, and I was like, what does Nolan mean by this? Like, what the fuck is going on? and then they
give you a
stopped the
seizure?
movie. No, it stopped, like, because I thought it was like part of the movie, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? And then they stopped it, and like the lights came on, and I was like, oh, it's just fucked. So yeah, that's the only time that's ever happened to me, and it was fucking Tenet. So it's already like a confusing ass movie, and then like I remember getting to the end of that movie, and it was like 3 days had gone by, and I was like, did I like that movie or did I not like that movie? And then somebody was like, if you have to like think about it that long, you probably don't like the movie. And I was like, yeah, fuck that movie. So,
Yeah, that's the rough part. Like some movies you gotta watch like a second time to really like digest it. That motherfucker you gotta watch like 4 times. I've watched it at least probably 5 times. I'm still not 100% sure. I understand it. I'm pretty close, but like every time you watch it, like you get something new every
what
time.
I heard about it. Like it's like not deep like Interstellar. It's more like just confusing.
yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's
Not a
really
good
like
sell.
well, that's the thing though, because like I can appreciate it to a point with how complex it is. Like, and honestly, guy, like every time you watch it, you will probably recognize something new that he did with it, which I appreciate. But like at the same time, it's like, I mean, it is one of those like, good luck wrapping your head around it the first time.
Yeah.
or even
Is
the
that
second time.
like one of the movies where like the director's just huffing his own fart so much that like nobody tells him no? And he just comes up with like some bullshit that only he understands and like nobody else in the world gets it.
There are definitely some new rules in play in this one, I'll tell you that. But I mean, you have to watch it to judge it yourself. I don't know. I enjoyed it though, personally.
Yeah, I without getting into it too much, I mean, I just like my biggest gripe with it was I was just looking for like that like click into place, like aha, like I figured out the movie, and it just never happens, and I'm just like, it's very unsatisfying. I don't know if I'm just stupid or like
Yeah. I think you're like me. We're just too stupid to get it.
I'll tell you this though. I know what you mean. There's like, because I like that kind of, but there's like this movie. There's just too many clicks. It's just like it hits you with a click, and then you watch another couple minutes. There's another click, and then there's another click. It's just there's too many clicks, man. Like it comes together eventually, but there really is that just so much going on. It's tough to put it all together.
All right. Any other media to check in on this week?
That was a whole tangent. That wasn't even my original thing. Actually, it was more so I forgot to talk about it on the NASCAR segment because we were just shitting on the Roval. But
Yes, you do.
it counts as media because I checked into 2 podcasts today. First one was Door Bumper Clear, which I never listened to, but I wanted to check it out. And Bob Pockris was on this week, and he actually mentioned for the boy that Noah Gregson is like a candidate to go into the 10 car for Stuart Haas next year, and like that's like
Whoa.
that's like a like Stuart Haas is actively like negotiating with Gregson about going into that
Damn.
car. And yeah, I was kind of like out of left field. I was like, the fuck? The other one was Denny Hamlin. He dropped his podcast episode
That was a
today,
good
and
one.
it was a banger. Like Hamlin, like it's just a classic. Like on the track, he's such a douchebag. Like fuck Denny Hamlin, but like off the track, like as like a media head, he's very very valuable and very like influential. Where like the schedule dropped and he was literally like, NASCAR, what the fuck are we doing? Like this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And,
What was his complaints about it? Like, what did he say? I didn't listen to it.
So he was pissed because the first round of the playoffs we added a plate track into it, and he doesn't like that it's out of your own hands at that point. Watkins Glen, I forget what exactly he said, but he didn't like Watkins Glen being in the playoffs either, probably because the Charlotte Roval and every other road course is AIDS. But it was, he had complaints about the format as well, which I mean we know about at this point. But he had a really good quote. It was basically like, we should just put us all in a figure eight, and whoever doesn't lift is the champion, and just like crown like the big balls like champion. Just like
Whoever's got the biggest balls, congratulations.
Yeah.
Risk take the hardest lick in the next gen car.
And then with 10 to go, we'll split the field in half, and half of them will go the regular direction, half of them will go backwards.
Yep. Golly gee,
Yeah.
man.
And something he like brought up that I didn't notice when I read over the schedule the first time is, so to start the season out, we go Daytona Super Speedway, obviously, to Atlanta, which is a super speedway. And then in the like going into the playoffs, it's Daytona, Darlington, and then Atlanta. So we have like this stretch of like it's like in 3 races we have 2 super speedways like to start the playoffs off basically, and it's just like
It's a lottery at that point. Yeah.
So
So round 1 is literally Daytona, Darlington, Atlanta.
well, no, that's like leading up to the playoffs. Atlanta starts the round of 16. It's Atlanta,
okay.
Watkins Glen, Bristol, and then it's more what we've seen, I think. I don't even remember.
That just sounds like a recipe for RFK supremacy to me.
He did get to what we've been saying all along, how it's gone to an entertainment series as opposed to a competition series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sad.
And another thing too, I mean, this isn't really a media check-in, but I mean, I think the schedule wasn't out the last time we talked on the podcast, was it?
No.
I was really kind of peeved at how many night races they took off for the Cup Series, to where it's just more like Sunday at 2 p.m., like just the same shit. And it's like, we have lights at all these facilities and we just never use, like Atlanta, round of 16. That's like no brainer night race to start the playoffs off, right? Nope, 2 p.m. It's like outside of the Coke 600, the Bristol night race, and Iowa, I think there's one more night race the entirety of the cup schedule.
Forgot about Iowa too. That shit pisses me off. Like,
What do you mean?
no, hear me out.
No one cares about Iowa.
I like Iowa.
Shut up.
No. I'm not gonna shit on Iowa. Like, Iowa's cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's as great as everybody hypes it up to be. I think it's probably a little bit more exciting Richmond at this point. Whoop-de-doo. What's the point? We should have went there 10 years ago, dude. The car stinks. Like, what's the point of going there now? It drives me nuts. Like, I don't know, man. It's silly.
That's what I was saying. It seems like a setup. Like everyone's gonna like watch the race and be like, "Oh, this track sucks," and it's like,
Yep.
"No, that's the car."
Well,
But
yeah.
But if it's a holdout to get Montreal next year or the year after, then okay.
Montreal would be really cool, but like that, I was going off somebody like back and forth on Twitter about the Brickyard Oval, like they're bringing that back, but it's, it's going to happen the same way. Everybody's going to watch that on TV. It's not going to be good enough. There's no reason why they should not be racing NASCAR stock cars at the Indianapolis Oval. Like, we should have the Brickyard 400 every year, and it should be fucking cool. But why isn't it? I don't know. Well, I can tell you why. But
It really baffles me because NASCAR has finally like started to open up the schedule a little bit and like do some like otherwise like it would otherwise be like pretty cool shit that they're doing, but no, like we have just the worst race car to ever hit a racetrack ever in use for the Cup Series.
That was the thing with the Chicago street course. Like, man, I remember I clicked on the television that day and I was like, it had been a while when I like started watching an NASCAR event where I was like, that is like genuinely like really cool watching this area they're racing off and trying to like, pull off the street course. And it ended up going really, really well, which I was happy with. I'm a NASCAR fan. I want it to go well, but like, yeah, as soon as I announced it, they were like, man, Oh brother, you know, it's like so it's like all right, we got away with that one. They're gonna do it again, but it's like, yeah, man, it's just such a cool time for the sport, man. It's a damn shame they can't do it with a cooler car, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, imagine all that with every cool, like, innovative thing they've done to the schedule. Imagine if we had that, but it was like a car that was fun to watch. Like Chicago street courts, like imagine them like out there, like big ass horsepower, like no grip, just fucking wheeling those things around the streets of Chicago. That would be fucking badass. And I mean, it was still really cool this year. Like I kind of share the sentiment where it was the first time I tuned into a cup race in a while where I was like, holy shit, like this is like cool. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's just a chore to watch like the first half of the Cup Series schedule. It feels like, and they didn't do anything to spice that up at all. I just checked actually. I wanted to verify my math on the night races. There are 6 night races in total for the Cup Series next year. The first one is at Richmond on March 31st. How many of y'all have been to like a fucking a cup race in the summer down in the south at 2 p.m. like and just sweat your fucking balls off, like hottest fucking thing you've ever been to in your entire life? Like, why aren't we peppering it like a few more night races in there? They moved Nashville back to fucking like noon. Like,
Isn't Nashville the
June
one
30th.
that like kills people? Like
Yes.
Nashville's like
We
the
ran
hottest
out of
one.
water in the first
Yeah.
stage in its debut year. Also,
they
Nashville
have
is definitely not
lights.
coming back.
They have lights.
Yeah, and it is 3:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC, which is 2:30 local time.
God.
What's the date of that one?
June 30th, 2024.
Yeah, so like, it's like peak summer.
Yeah, I'm mildly
They ran it
mildly
at night
worried.
this year, and it was fine.
Yep.
See, the Indianapolis does not have lights, and they're running that motherfucker back in the middle of July. So I'm mildly concerned about that. They could host that in any other month, but I'll be right there, fucking yelling at the Oval, and I might die, but I'll be there. Goddamn it!
They confirmed they're doing the Oval again, right?
It is the Oval, yeah.
Yep.
Sweet.
Get to bake in the grandstand instead of walking around all day. It'd be sweet.
I
They're
did
bringing an egg with me.
Send them to Anderson, no balls.
Oh, please.
dude,
IRP.
that would be sick.
The little 500.
But I did want to ask our resident Indianapolis expert, because this dude's been going for fucking, it feels like every year for the past 10 years to the month of May. But I was trying to like float an idea where it was like, what if we took the Cup cars to the Brickyard in May and like led it up to the Indy 500? Now, like, I'm not familiar with all the logistics of how that would work, but like, is that, I don't know, would you be on board as somebody that's there like all the time?
It's tricky because at least as far as I understand the Indy 500 tradition, like the month of May was always sacred because the only thing they ran on the track was, you know, Indy. Like they had the entire month to practice and prep for the 500. And obviously, it's not what it is anymore.
What
So
about the
matter of
Freedom
fact-
100?
Well, yeah, there's always that, but yeah, it's turned into like this, like they still kind of do like a half-ass month of May where they run the road course and all that nonsense. They probably, I don't see why they couldn't pull it off like a week or two earlier, but like I just I just don't understand. Like I just don't think they can get away with just how it's been going, these trends. Like I don't think they can run that race in July and expect anybody with half a brain to go. Like honestly, like most of the people, like it's just how it is these days. Like like God forbid they go to NASCAR race anyways, but it's gonna be 150 million degrees out. Like people just like they ain't gonna want to go to that. It's just how it is. So I don't know what they got to do. They got to do it earlier or later, but it's still like they should be racing on the Oval in Indianapolis. It's still a huge racing city. People would love to go, and I think they could put on a really good race and a good event. It should absolutely happen. But like NASCAR, it's always something. You know what I mean? They can't just like you just can't put it together all the steps, man. It's like why can't we do this? Why can't we do that, man?
Also,
I wish
piece missing.
Yeah, why can't we do this a little later, man? People gonna die.
I also like, I don't know, I love the dream weekend idea, or not even weekend, but of like doing the Cup Series race in the same month. But NASCAR would never let the Cup Series be like a like
Second fiddle kind of thing.
yeah a supporting series for IndyCar.
Yeah.
I'm even amazed that they do that truck thing at Texas, which I guess is dying next year anyway. The trucks and IndyCar thing.
I mean, dude, they've put that Brickyard, or at least hosted a NASCAR race in Indianapolis, what feels like just about every like last part of the month, like in the season. I just try in like April or something, or just like one of the earlier races. I don't know. Whoop de do.
Yeah.
Why not?
Or make like September like the crown jewel month. Like you do Southern 500, Indy, Bristol night race, just all of them right then and there, back to back to back.
Yeah, see, that's a special one for me, man. Because like, dude, hardly any of the NASCAR races feel special anymore as it is. Like, and that's a good reason. Like, they took away the Brickyard 400, and then look at the other ones. The Daytona 500's a meme every year. The Coke 600 still exists, but somehow that just miraculously turned into. How did that happen? Like Martin Truex Jr. Remember when he led all but 4 laps that one year, and like everybody's like, this sucks. And then it's like, but the next gen. But then it's like good at Charlotte, like. I don't understand the timeline we got on NASCAR. It's just
Chris
so
Buescher
weird, man.
saved it.
But like, but then it's like stinks of the road courses. Nobody can
Chris
pass.
Buescher
It's
flipping saved the fucking
Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola
It's
600.
great. Like a couple like 25 caution freaking races, man. Everybody loves that shit. Fire them up. Let's go.
Can we talk about that too? Where like they had an opportunity to give the best oval on the calendar a second date, and they were like, "Nah, let's do the Roval again." Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one because like any other years, I thought the Roval was great. Like I thought it was pretty freaking cool. But then again, like the oval wasn't really all that shit. Like who cares? Another mile and a half. Like, dude, mile and a half. Like everybody had the same theme about mile and a half since like Jimmy Johnson. Dude, Jimmy Johnson ruined mile and a half for people for decades. And all of a sudden, people are just like, "Oh wow, cool! Mile and a half's are great again." Next gen saved them. Did they? I don't know. I guess maybe Charlotte at least, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
Road course stinks, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird that like NASCAR introduces the next gen as like something specifically to fix the mile and a half races, and it does. But at the same time, they've made this schedule shift to have more road courses, and they fucked that.
Mm-hmm.
And short tracks.
Oh, Road
And
America.
short tracks,
Did y'all
too.
talk about Road America? They don't. Do they even have a NASCAR date anymore? They got rid of NASCAR completely. Dude,
Cody's mourned it every single week on the show.
dude, that's insane, man. That's insane to me. I even told y'all I was like down to come out the next year for the Cup race. Like I really wanted to. All I heard was good things about Road America and how many people went and how like cool fucking NASCAR. I mean, I know it's a great road course race. I'd love to see it. I always wanted to see it. I just like once again, I never understood that like NASCAR. It's like good. Like how many racetracks do you get people actually show up and have fun? Like
100,000 dudes.
right? You're just gonna not go. Like you gotta do 36 races a year, man. You can't fit one slot for this Road America. All these wonderful people in Wisconsin want to go see this shit. Like, come on, I want to go see it too out there. It's a great road course. It should happen.
I'll never forgive them.
No, if current trends continue, I think we'll see it again in like 2070.
Look forward to it.
I'll be long dead.
Dead and buried and turned into a tree at that point.
I'll request to be buried at Road America so I can at least see the next race they have there whenever that.
I'll plant tannerite on your grave.
Jesus.
Apparently, they sell the stuff like right down the way. You can just get it.
Jesus Christ. All right. Are we going to. Can we roll into Slab's crazy ass moments with that one? Because that was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Damn, we got a crazy ass moment.
It's back.
It's time for Slap's crazy ass moments in history.
Was it just me or was that loud as fuck?
That was loud as fuck.
I might have turned that up since last time. I got halfway through and I'm like, I can't turn it down now. We're just living through it.
Yeah, it just like fucking maxed out my headphones and just got distorted at that point. All right, so this is the long-awaited crossover between Slap's crazy ass moments and Drip or Drown.
Oh,
so during the Vietnam War, America had a problem. They had this brand new fighter, the F4 Phantom. If you show the one where it's like all camoed up, like the green and brown and all that.
yeah. This is what I think of when I think F4 Phantom.
Yeah, so they had these like camoed up, and the idea was if you got attacked from above, like you kind of blend into the jungles of Vietnam. And
Looks like
all
a
that.
MiG kind of with the camo paint.
But they ran into a massive problem very quickly. The F4 Phantom was like the very first fighter jet that was considered a fire and forget fighter jet. Like it had radar seeking missiles and heat seeking missiles. They said you only needed the bubble canopy just to take off and land. It had like computerized navigation. Like this thing was like state of the art. The problem was they basically completely neglected dogfighting, didn't have a gun on it at all. It was all missiles. And this thing was getting murked by like Korean War era MiG-17s because it had a massive blind spot in its radar behind it. Because of the way the canopy is, you can't see behind you. So these MiG-17s would just like sneak up behind, come up from the bottom, gun them down with their cannons, and then they would just fall out of the sky. So when fighter planes first became a thing in World War I, one of the first things they did was they made them brightly colored. That way you could tell friend from foe at a distance very far. They kept doing that during World War II. The Messerschmitts, the Germans had these bright yellow noses. The British had the big red, white, and blue circles. The Japanese had what the Americans would call the big red meatball on the side. The Americans had the big white star. You know, you could tell who was who in the midst of a dogfight very quickly. Even going into the Korean War, the Americans had these bright, flashing silver F-86 Sabres. You know, the Russians and the North Koreans had the silver MiG-15s, MiG-17s with the red highlights on them. Well, going towards the end of the Korean War, they figure out that camouflage still has a lot of use because the F-86s and the MiGs are so differently shaped. You can tell the difference between them from far away. So they start camouflaging these things again to just kind of hide during dogfights and stuff. Going into the Vietnam War, we think this is going to be the same thing again. Well, it turned out in like North Vietnam, there's just constantly air traffic. There's thousands of sorties a day. The Navy, the Marines, and the Air Force all run the F-4 Phantom. It looks very similar to a MiG-21 with its delta wing, swept back wing shape. So you can't tell them apart at a distance. And so with all these radar contacts constantly going around and everything, they had to like visually get in close and inspect it to see if it was a MiG or an F-4. And by that time, if it was a MiG, the MiG was so good at dogfighting, it could just turn around and take out the F-4 before it could get far enough away to shoot a missile. So they basically went back to basics and they said, make these things as bright and colorful as possible so that we can tell who's who at a distance. And we got straight up drip. So if you want to show some of these things,
These are pretty sick.
Oh,
Got like the rising sun on the tail,
yeah.
yes,
and they're all different too.
yeah,
It's got like a movie poster.
So the first one was from the USS Coral Sea. That's why it has the rising sun motif, because that was the first naval battle between Japanese and American ships during World War II.
Yeah.
And so they had like lightning bolts for the USS Midway.
It looks like that one Jimmy Johnston truck.
Yeah, he's got the Jimmy Johnson bolt.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Gatorade sponsored that plane.
What is this? Ace of Spades?
Yeah, so it had
Something
like
of the sort.
Motorhead
Jolly
show.
Rogers. They
Dude,
had
this
like
is sick.
rainbows.
I like that. Yeah.
Oh, there's the Jolly Roger. Dude, love me some good airplane paint schemes.
Yeah, this is sick.
These are cool.
And so, yeah, during Vietnam, not only did we have like the best war soundtrack we've ever had, but we also had straight up drip for our planes.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
All right.
And the missiles that we had were like really dodgy. Like the heat-seeking ones would just like go up into the sun and just you'd never see them again until they ran out of fuel. But going into modern conflicts in the 80s and 90s, the missile technology gets a lot better. The F-16, the F-15, they also have a cannon now. The F-4 Phantom was also just really shitty at maneuvering because it was just so big and bulky. So the F-16, the F-15 fixed all that. They're really maneuverable. They don't
And they
have
could
to worry
actually
about
see behind them.
Yeah, they can see behind them. They don't have a blind spot in their radar anymore. They can get into a dogfight if they need to. I think the F-15's gotten into 2 dogfights with MiG-25s, and they won both of them in gunfights. Not even missiles,
Damn.
just like gunning them down, going like Mach 2 or whatever. But with newer missile technology and everything, they kind of go back to camo, and they basically figure out the best camo to have is a drab, dull gray. It kind of blends into the horizon and everything. And so, yeah, now they just look boring and everything. But for a brief moment, we had straight drip.
Oh yeah, they almost look like acrobatic planes. The way they got all the brightly colored stuff on them.
Yeah, the Coral Sea one with the Rising Sun also has like the shark mouth nose.
Yeah, there's a
It's
lot
small,
of this.
but you can still see it.
This is a hell of a shot, by the way. This goes
I wish I had a
unbelievably
shark mouth.
hard.
That is that plane is committing war crimes and dropping that on civilians, probably. But you know,
The president should tweet about that. All right, that was Slap's crazy ass moments in history. It's time for animal fun.
that's future Senator John McCain just destroying farmers' houses, probably.
Sure. Riding the edge this week.
Oh, Cody was at Eldora. Damn.
Huh?
This week? No.
Or no, Port Royal. That's right.
No.
Right.
He was at
Where the
Fairbury.
fuck were you? You're some big.
He was
big
at
place.
Fairbury.
I was in Brownstown, Indiana, and then Fairbury.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Port
what you're
Royal in like
smoking.
Florida or
It's
something.
like Eastern Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
It's like on
There
the
was some
East
big dirt
Coast.
race, and Cody was posting like, "I'm home again." I thought he was at some big race.
That was Fairbury.
That was the Prairie Dirt
Fairbury.
Classic, wasn't it?
The home of the Prairie Dirt Classic, but no, that was
Oh.
just that was like their last race of the season.
Cool. How was it?
It's fun. It's nice. A
All
little
right.
chilly. Actually, I happened to bring my little portable propane heater with me from the snowmobile shit, and I took advantage of using it that second night. I didn't the first night, but yeah, it was fucking freezing both nights.
Like
so-
bring it up on the roof with you?
up on the lift, yeah.
Hmm.
So whenever there's downtime, just fucking crank the thing up, just warm up my hands a little bit, just nice and toasty. My
Has anyone-
my
I have a question.
what's up?
Does anyone ever put a tent on the scissor lift? Like, does anyone put like a little like pop up like thing? You just slap it on the lift, and then you can just sit up there and be all warm and covered.
No, but
All right.
that's a good idea.
If anyone could do it.
Because I was thinking like if it's like the Wild West shootout where you're on the same lift for like a week and a half, like I want to make yourself a little home up there. That's what I
Yeah.
did last time. I got like a few trash bags, just made myself a little barrier.
Rat nest.
Yeah, I used my mouth to get some twigs and just built a little.
Like a little beaver, a little busy
Yeah.
beaver.
Oh, I know a busy
It's
beaver.
called straight rat nest.
Oh, I don't even know where to go from there.
That's the name
Anything
of the
interesting
podcast,
happen?
The Rat Nest.
At the tracks, no, not that I can think of or remember, but just a random complaint I've been wanting to bring up for a while.
We need the Karen music.
Rusty, sorry.
We
can't
talked
play
about
that on
Jersey
here,
Mike's
but-
earlier. I didn't know if he was going to complain about getting too much of the Mike's weight on his.
No,
fucking
dude,
son.
Jersey. I never complain about Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is
That might be a
god
first.
tier. Shut up,
I know it's
stupid
really
hair.
good. Damn.
That's the best you got? Damn.
Stupid hair. You
That's the
call
best
him
I can
stupid
say
hair.
on the podcast right now.
Jesus.
God.
All right, what do you want to
But,
complain
and at
about?
number
I want
3.
to hear it. Nah, it's not happening.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. Guys are-
What did you want to complain about? What was your bit?
I'm just waiting for these guys to interject again and just ruin my train of thought for like the third time in a row.
He forgot. He forgot.
he's done.
Ed's
No,
been
I
doing
didn't.
that
I
to
know
me today.
exactly. It's okay. I'm sure you guys have had similar experience. You pull up to a drive-through. It does the split thing where it goes in like
The choose cone.
Yeah,
Two.
Yeah.
I swear to fucking God, I have never been to one of those where I pull up in line, and then a car fucking pulls up behind me that doesn't like end up getting up in front of me. Like I swear to God, every fucking time.
What do you mean?
What?
You get passed in the choose line?
So, okay, so like the car on the inside is like
you need to
pulls
choose
forward,
better.
so then you choose the inside.
It's like
Then like,
a
okay, the
improv.
car goes to the outside, but then they're just fucking around. I don't know what they're doing inside. So then the outside line ends up going faster. And so the car that pulled up behind you fucking ends up like getting in front of you.
You're just saying you
I swear to
always
God,
end
that
up
happens
choosing wrong.
every fucking time. Literally every
Maybe
time.
order less food, fat ass.
All right, I'm
He's gone. You killed him.
It was a choose cone, bro. Like, get back here.
It was a choose cone. You have to choose the dominant line.
I just suck at choosing, I guess, is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes you choose right, sometimes you choose wrong, man. These things happen.
it's not sometimes. It is always wrong.
Oh, man.
It only sucks when you're cutting it close for breakfast and you get a little nervous that you're right at the 10:30 from McDonald's.
Hey, it doesn't matter. You can get that breakfast food up until like 11, even if it says 10:30. Until
Yeah,
that
you get the
food is fucking
scraps that are left
expired.
over.
Yeah, until that shit is expired in the tray. Even then, I've seen expired breakfast meat go out, and I'm just like,
Disgusting.
That's under your watch. Weren't you the manager?
Yeah,
no,
hold on.
I was simply but a
company
crew.
policy,
no,
probably.
No. I was well renowned in my kitchens because the kitchen ladies fucking hated me because as soon as it was fucking like the timer went off, it was get that fucking shit in the trash can. They would like, so the quarter meat, you're supposed to cook it fresh. They would put like 12 on there and just keep them in the tray. And I would come by and inspect it. If there was quarter meat in that fucking tray, straight in the fucking can. They hated my ass.
Just trying to be efficient.
They call it quarter meat because it's only like a quarter of actual meat.
Yeah.
The rest is meat paste.
Yeah, you better weigh those things. Those are not a quarter of a pound.
Textured soy protein, cricket powder, just all the good stuff.
Cricket flour.
Rusty loves
We're
the
here for
bugs.
Rusty's already told me he wants to go work out on my crawfish farm.
Oh,
He
Rusty, I
loves
just
the
realized
bugs.
you're wearing the, is that the alien shirt? All guy wearing?
Yeah, it's another
Yeah. Yeah,
Ryan
that's
one
sick.
especially. It's got the design on the back too. He does an amazing job.
On brand for us.
Are
Do
the
you
Packers
have any?
seriously punting down a touchdown with 5 minutes left in the game?
All right, Rusty. Do you have any updates
It's Animal
from
Planet.
the pool?
Oh, I did send one in the group chat.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to share it. I think for the people that actually have like or watch
think
us
I
on
saw it
YouTube,
at some point.
it's kind of fun. It took the city getting involved after a year and a half to finally get some change at that gym, and they've actually acted swiftly. And I was just in there a couple days ago, and the hot tub has been cleaned.
Oh,
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
as soon as I walked out of the like the locker room door into like the pool area.
Whoa! All right,
It
hold
was
on.
like
I'm pulling
it was
these
like
out.
yeah, it was beautiful. Like, not gonna lie, I'm just not gonna put my foot in it, but it was gorgeous.
I thought that shit was gonna be closed down like forever, like just
Dude,
indefinitely.
you putting the before and after. Is that what that is? Is that a before and after?
Yeah.
This is night and day. So if you've been following the podcast for a while, you know what's up here. This is the before picture of
This is the
It looks-
cloudy water.
Once again, it looks way worse in person. Way worse.
That is
the
human soup.
dingy ass hot tub, which was literally closed by the county.
That is
'cause it was-
human broth.
There's like particles floating around in there.
This
You
is
can see like
dude
skin
soup.
flakes. You can see like
Yeah.
skin flakes floating around.
There's
But
at least 15,000 different organisms living in that.
look at that!
Oh,
Wow, that is
Dude.
night and day.
It looks like the fucking like
When the fuck are you gonna
clearest
paint the
ocean
wall?
water.
What even happened? Is just random like splotches gone? Like what
Yeah,
the
there's-
fuck happened there?
The whole pool area is like this.
I bet you they literally did nothing but turn the bubbles on and poured some bleach in there, and that's all they did.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
I'll keep track of how long it takes to like turn into the human broth again. But like
Well, why is that one paint chip like in the shape of Ohio?
Excuse me?
That one.
Oh, yeah,
it
the one
is.
on the left. The one on the left.
Yeah, that's
right there.
Ohio.
It is.
Did they
Like,
clean up
that's
the-
where Ben lives, right
They could
there.
have given it a new coat of
Right there,
paint.
that dot. That's where Ben lives.
They like redid the whole spa thing, but they couldn't have given the walls a new coat of paint.
Nah. Listen, the city didn't close down the walls. They closed down the hot
Look,
tub.
they don't sell that type of that shade of blue anymore because what gave it the blue color was the lead in the paint, so they don't have that anymore.
Did they clean up the I guess we can't see in this picture. Did they clean up the blood stains?
Whoa.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, wait until next week when it's like
Rusty.
twice as worse.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shout out on Maine if you take a shot of the pool water.
Oh.
That is not worth it.
Oh.
That is a lifetime of disease.
You have to do it on video, like an all in one take too. Like where you
Oh.
hold up, you scoop it in, and
I don't really like thinking
Hi,
of
I'm
this.
Rusty Walrus. Welcome to Jackass. This is called human soup.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's how you get fucking like The Last of Us like taken over by
Dude,
drinking the pool
Steve
water.
would
How you
make
get the
straight up
mushrooms.
ramen with that. He would make ramen with that water.
I do appreciate in the first one, it looks like that hot tub is like pure hot dog water.
Human hot dog water.
It's just that's 7-Eleven
Well,
right there.
And just to
Oh,
remind the people listening that tons of dudes had gone in this for a year straight. It wasn't like nobody went in it. It was fully active until the city shut it down.
Ugh.
Just adding to the broth, adding to the flavor.
Dude, imagine you go to the gym, get in the hot tub after, like relax those muscles back down. You go home, you show up the next day, and it just says county ordinance, like fucking closed. Like, you're just like, what was I sitting
You're like,
in?
oh, that's why I grew a third arm.
or you're thinking, shit, did they close it down because of me? was I that dirty?
Oh, I got chlamydia.
Jesus.
What if it was just one dude
One
who
dude
just
took a shit in
clouds the
there.
water each time?
Yeah, just
Alright.
one guy. Just one guy in particular.
Yeah.
Like fucking Pigpen, as soon as he gets in the hot tub water, it's just forever ruined.
Like the one dude, yeah, it's fucking just dust follows him around. Do we have any other animalistic reports for this week?
From around the country.
Nah, email time.
All right. Damn.
Before I go to bed.
Your fucking mail. Wash your fucking hands. Slap. In your fucking mail.
Oh, hold on. I need
Send
to
them in,
talk about
guys.
something once
Wash your
this
fucking hands.
theme song
Slap.
song.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, slap.
Those emails at this point. Welcome to fan mail.
Not fan mail, because
Fan
Cody
mail.
has something to
Fan
talk
mail.
about from Animal Planet
Fan
still.
mail.
No, just Dude, speaking of Ben's little jingles, did you ever confront him that the
Oh, I did.
Animal Planet is like basically a direct ripoff of the My Little Pony fucking theme song?
It's true. The first like 2 seconds of the My Little Pony theme song are very similar to Animal
Wait,
Planet.
hold on.
Yeah.
My
I'm
Little
not pulling it up
Pony
on the show,
theme
but-
song. Let me.
Actually, no, I'm gonna pull it
Oh,
up on
it
the show.
is.
Fuck y'all. Hold on.
Da 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 da.
Yeah. So imagine that.
Oh
and then I'm
my
gonna-
god, I'm never unhearing that shit. It's over.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Oh, we
real
got-
quick.
Oh, no.
Live.
No. I don't know if you can play this.
What do you mean? Just the first
That's
like 3 seconds.
I guess. Just,
Dude, one of
it's
our
your
viewers,
channel.
Never mind.
Getting
I
copyright.
didn't turn the audio on for the people. Hold on. There we go.
I heard
Getting
it.
copyright claimed off of this.
Animal
Animal
Planet.
Planet.
Yeah.
It's Animal. God damn it!
It's the same.
Plagiarism?
It's the same thing.
Did Ben commit plagiarism? Is that what I heard?
We'll
think-
confront him.
I think
Actually, no, he
Ben's a
listens to the
closeted-
show.
Ben's a closeted
brony.
brony. Yeah, Ben's a closeted brony.
Man, you've got some splaining to do.
Can that be the name of the
Ben is
fucking
never outrunning
episode?
these allegations.
Ben's a brony.
Jesus Christ.
Ben is closeted and just upload.
That's the podcast name. Ben is a brony.
He's gonna love that one.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
this is
sure.
on brand of just bullying whichever shrimp doesn't show up to the podcast. So
That is true.
True.
We do have a
the
tradition to keep
medicine.
up. We do have a tradition to keep up.
All
All right,
right.
fan mail time.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we
I
are
just-
officially in fan mail.
Hearing the jingle reminded me that we came to that conclusion last night, and I forgot to.
Yeah, it's true. Kyle sent in another email. Oh yeah. Tell the people if you want to send in questions, comments, concerns, things that you think are interesting. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. If they're not interesting, we'll be upset.
and we'll make fun of you.
Yeah.
Or if we
For
get
20
too,
We
minutes
will
straight.
bully you. That is a
Yeah.
guarantee.
Dumbass
we
man.
got-
Low on,
It can be a
Dumbass
good
bastard.
email, and you'll still get fucking bullied.
it's a fan how low on material you are.
Yeah, sometimes
we might
you'll
just
make-
roast you for 20 minutes straight.
Sometimes
that
you'll
was
make
a really
Cozy
good
rethink his
question. Now let's
life like the
explain why
last
this
time.
person is a degenerate waste of life.
We only got 5 emails, or I guess we got 5 emails last week. We got 5 emails this week, which is good. The first one though is Kyle sent in another NASCAR ignition paint scheme for me to judge. Which I don't know which car this is, but I'm pretty sure this is just a real car.
Well, it's actually kind of cute.
I guess so.
I don't
love
mind that.
Doodash.
Why does the number font look like the Twitch fucking font?
That's just how it is, and I don't know.
Pull
You
up
know,
the DoorDash logo. It's slipping a little bit.
yeah, it's falling down there. It's also purple and has
do like the
DoorDash and
purple.
auto owner sponsorship. All right.
I'm a fan of the color.
Also, white wheels. Like me some white wheels.
This was
Thanks for sending that
that
one in.
Jeff Burton Prilosec medication thing.
That thing
had.
was sick
Mm.
with the lightning bolts and everything.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a couple die casts of that shit, man. That's good.
Mm.
Texas win 07. Ooh.
That was one of my favorite things in NASCAR 08. That thing and the David Rudman Burger King car things.
Mm-mm.
Rusty Bessart.
No good.
He missed it.
Doink. Doink.
Packers
We have
still have a chance.
156 left in the fourth, and Cody's gonna lose on air.
Good. Rusty Broussard sent in another email, and he said he's got some suggestions for Slap's crazy ass moments. I guess because he has been making a lot of those. I'll fill these out in the channel that I made a list of things that Slap has yet to look at.
He's gonna
but he
start putting
says-
them on the main channel now. He's doing numbers.
Wait, really?
The
I have been
AK-74
doing
video.
numbers, yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. That would just be a
Mine.
better place for this content instead of this stupid show.
Yeah.
He says he wants you to talk about the loss of the USS Scorpion. I don't think he mentioned this when he covered the loss of the USS Thresher. So I guess this is another submarine thing.
Oh
Crushed
no.
up pizza party.
And he says
Part
I'm once
two, Electric
again
Boogaloo.
suggesting the attack on Orleans, MA. Is that Massachusetts?
Yes.
MA.
Yes.
I had a couple other suggestions, but I can't remember what they were. All right, well, let us know when you do. Thanks for the email.
Make this man an honorary shrimp right now. That is the very shrimp thing to do. I
Nick
just looked it up.
Man.
The USS Scorpion was indeed a submarine.
Oh. All right, well, you can do some research. Nick Man sent
It
in
was
another
also
email.
a nuclear-powered submarine and lost with all hands in 1968.
Cool. We'll go back to our submarine ways.
That and 1,000 with nuclear-powered submarines here.
Nick says, who is the most famous person to have blocked you on Twitter? I once got blocked by Hulk Hogan for reasons, and I have no clue. And while they're an organization, it goes without saying that I've gotten blocked by PETA twice.
Damn.
I call him famous, but it's the only person I can think of. Brian Kozlowski, just like
Yeah, he's
Ooh, I'm on
blocked a
that
lot
list.
of people randomly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go on that one. I think.
No,
yeah.
I blocked him before he got me. So
Ah, yeah, you shit, Brian.
preemptive strike.
Yeah,
as soon as I
fuck
saw the
you,
reports
Brian.
coming out, I got his ass.
I remember that time Carnation got blocked by NASCAR.
Yeah, because he
Oh yeah.
posted a very threatening meme.
Wasn't it literally like Chase Elliott pointing a gun at somebody or something?
Yeah, and I think like since that moment, he's been very low key on social media. I think that kind of like took a
That's
piece
on
out of
me.
him.
I
What he
feel- I
said
feel
was
bad.
based, though. What he
Yeah, I
said
was about
was
to say,
based.
Yes,
No,
it was
yeah.
base looking back. I fucked that one. That's on me.
No,
Carnation.
I do remember there was a very good DM to go with that picture. It was, it was good times.
Yeah, what it was like, it was either it might have been Chase Elliott or
Maybe like the
uh,
Lightning
Mike-
McQueen little midget dude.
yeah. I was thinking about the Michael Waltrip meme, but it's just like him with the hand pointing the gun, and it just says NASCAR. If you don't bring down that fucking spoiler right now, and I was just like, it's actually based, and I agree with
It
this
is
100%.
based,
Yeah, no, that's based.
I still have a number of people that have blocked me from Trump car incident many years ago. Which
car incident.
These things happen. Every once in a while I'll stumble across. I don't think any of them are famous though. Who's the Stuart Haas guy? Brian Murphy?
Yeah.
He unblocked me randomly. I saw one of his tweets and I was like, oh shit. So I don't know what I did there. Maybe he just
I wish I was
cleansed.
blocked by him.
I think Jagger Jones still has me blocked, but he's also irrelevant now. So
My most famous block probably where I didn't block them. They blocked me. Is Rick Ware Racing, and I will not be elaborating.
Oh, bro.
If you know, you know.
That's a good one. Say, I think mine is Adam Alexander.
what? Oh, what'd you say?
As far as I know, it's Adam Alexander. How it went down was it's a couple years ago, and it's just your average Xfinity 2 race. And Adam Alexander, he's had some great calls, as most commentators have. And sometimes people say dumb shit on national television, and I like to repeat it on Twitter. And that's about what I did. I can't remember what he said. He was something like for the 5th time in 3 races or something like that. He said some dumb shit like that. And I was just
in general.
But yeah, anyway, somebody tagged Adam Alexander in the reply. It's like a schmuck, and he just blocked me. That's no fun.
Yeah, shout out to Philip Sterling, who says, I suppose you have never made a mistake and misspoke on live TV, or you have never misspoken, period,
damn.
right?
You found that quickly.
Adam Alexander is
Caleb
human and
pulled
makes
this up.
mistakes. Thanks for tagging Adam Alexander in your constructive criticism post where he can learn from your perfection.
Jesus Christ.
This
Jackass.
Dude yeah, hold on. Philip Sterling is servant of Jesus, husband, dad, proud U.S. Coast Guard dad, minister, NASCAR Chicago. He fucking spit on it when he sent that tweet out.
You know what he said?
Oh, bro.
Bill the Thrill Hines blocked me on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
That's the Stadium Super Truck driver.
Yeah.
When he started a fight with Bo Lamastus, they had like a really bad fight and like not bad as in like it was a fight. It was just like stupid. And Bill left his helmet on, so I was talking shit in the replies.
Can you just post a picture of his mugshot?
I put his mugshot and he got pissed.
Damn it, DT.
He sent me a bunch of angry DMs and then blocked me.
Oh, man.
I miss 2020, 2021, just bastard DT on Twitter. Just the biggest bastard.
There was someone who was randomly talking shit about me on Twitter, and I was like, what did I do to this kid? And I looked it up and I dunked on him because he had like a dumb take 3 years ago, and I was like, all right, fair. The NASCAR Pictures account also blocked me because I was telling them how stupid they were because they were double letterboxing their videos. They would like take like YouTube videos, like a horizontal, like normal footage, record it on their phone vertically, and then post it so it would just like be like a tiny little window in a big black box.
Oh, man.
And they got pissed when I called them out. A few others. The one guy that pretended to be Morgan. He pretended to be some like
Carl Edwards.
No, I think he pretended to be like Morgan Shepherd's crew guy, even though he was just like a volunteer dude, and he runs the like Arca Start and Park thing. He got pissed at me. There's a lot of just random people I've never heard of.
Save the Speedway on Twitter too, because I told him that his North Wilkesboro track was dead and never coming back, like in 2019, I think, and he blocked me.
Did Ty Gibbs lock
To
his
be
Twitter
fair, you were
account?
wrong as
Yeah,
fuck.
Ty Gibbs did lock his Twitter.
Damn. He's in my. I'm just looking through my block list because when I see someone gets me, I get him back, and I guess I got. He didn't block me, but
I saw that, Ed.
Cody, are you okay over here?
Cody, what are your thoughts?
oh,
Ed,
That's
right on cue
Jordan
to
Love's third
unmute
interception
to-
of the night.
Cool.
More like Jordan Glove.
All right, next email.
Send him to the glue factory. He's done.
Mr. Ass writes in, he says, I went to the Roval Xfinity race. It was pretty good, but some cocksmoke decided to put this on the ground, and he sent a picture of a rat's nest, an animal pile.
Oh my god!
Someone just left. We got
It's disgusting.
sunflower seeds and garbage bags and drinks.
Mountain Dew, brother. Hell yeah, love me some Mountain Dew.
God.
Why? But that is a weird bottle of Mountain Dew.
Why
what
is
the
it
hell?
small?
Yeah, what?
What? That's a
It's
dinky
like those
bottle.
little like snack ones.
Yes,
They come in like
yeah.
12 packs.
Ridiculous.
To give to like
They're just
kids
liters.
or like.
Anyway, someone was an animal at the Roval.
There's a rat's nest.
Also,
It looks chewed through too.
sunflower
does.
seeds on the bleachers is just tough. Don't be that guy.
That's
Hold
such
on,
a
hold
common
on.
occurence in dirt track racing that I didn't even
Yuck.
blink
I
twice
will
at
say
that.
there was a section at Indianapolis in Turn 4 that had a fair bit of pistachio shells on the ground.
Slap, what say
I
you?
think we stacked about 15 pistachio shells on Rusty's head before he noticed.
Dude, we gotta get next year at Indy, we gotta get multiple bags of pistachios because with like 10 laps to go, Rusty just started like withholding, like gatekeeping the pistachios from
I'm
me.
trying
Just
to
would
watch
not-
the race, and you guys keep like smacking me to eat pistachios. Like there's 10 to go. It's the Indy 500.
We were under caution. It was like red flag. I was like, "Hey, Rusty, can I have some pistachio?" And he was like,
Some
"Yeah,
guy just died in turn 3, and you guys are trying to eat pistachios.
good." Yes.
Yes.
Wait, not allowed to eat
I want it to be
pistachios
known
when
I'm
someone
not the only
dies?
person that's down bad for pistachios here in the shrimpage.
Well, it's not like we had like a table and like a nice spread. We're sitting in there like just like crunched in
Yeah.
there. Like
Yeah, it's Indy, dude, and I want pistachios. Give me.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys got to experience that. Those Indy 500 seats, they were spaced out like back in 1911 when the track
Dude.
was built. Back when people were like way smaller 100 years ago.
We had
Yeah, you have to be
literally
sitting there like
had-
this.
Emaciated.
We had 6 dudes in 8 seats, and we were still cramped as fuck.
Damn.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we
right.
gotta-
We had 2 empty seats per, or
Yeah.
1 empty seat per row.
Dude,
And
we
we're
literally,
still like packed up in there, you know.
next year, I'm telling you, we got to get in those seats and just like,
We
wait,
got
if we have like
whole
seats.
row. We got to buy
Yeah,
a whole
no.
row.
Well, no, I mean like if we sit like 34 to 38, we got to get dudes on 34 and 38 so we don't get like pushed in like last year.
Damn. I remember
'cause
when
if
the
you have like an empty seat at Indy, that will be like encroached on and annexed by the people next to you.
Dude, I had some big boys in front of me. I was
oh
like,
no.
as a 6'3" human being, I could not take it being cramped into those seats. Like
Yeah.
I was like,
Short.
That's the tough part, man. Is because them things are really like close together, man. You big old boy, you start leaking out the back of that thing, you start losing leg room, man. It's like, god damn, I got a lot of people in that place. A lot of them people, big sons of bitches, man. I tell you what,
There
god
are
damn.
big sons of bitches.
Big burly Indianers just sitting there
Some
next to
husky
you.
fellas.
I tell you what, eat the
The
tenderloin.
husky Hoosiers.
I remember when the slap pistachio meta started at Road America when Rusty was like, "Hey guys, I brought pistachios," and then Slap proceeded to eat the
He brought,
entire
like, a
bag,
5-pound bag, dude. And I'm
and
just
Slap destroyed all of them.
yeah, because I would fucking like wake up at like first light at like 5:30, and I would just be like sitting over there with like nothing to do, got no service on my phone. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have like 3 Heinekens and just eat pistachios. That's the breakfast of champions.
The morning in the life of Slap Shoes. Standard issue.
Yeah, that, only at Road America. That's why we need to go back. I single-handedly kept the pistachio business going just that one weekend.
Never forget the good times that Road America gave us. You can never
Also
take
found
those
out that
away from us.
pistachio shells are like really good kindling for when we had
Oh,
our
yeah,
campfire
yeah.
going.
Sure. Ben and I had that with forks. The new laws, you're not allowed to, cannot sell plastic, like single-use things. So you can't sell plastic straws or forks or cutlery or plates or anything.
In Canada?
Base.
Yeah. So
Damn.
I should have brought some from home because we shopping for
Well,
food. And I
how
was like,
else
damn,
am
we
I
gotta
supposed to
get
get my
forks.
microplastics in my
Nah,
bloodstream?
Rusty
So-
has like the crickets, the fucking paper straws. I will never succumb to paper straws when it fucking like disintegrates in your mouth while you're drinking it. Like that
So if
shit,
you
I have
think-
never felt red in my blood faster.
If you think paper straws are bad, try wooden forks, because that's the new meta. They're like little,
Balsa wood forks.
thin little things of wood, which just taste like wood whenever you eat anything with them.
It gives it
but-
that woodsy, smoky flavor.
Very good for starting a fire. we just crack some forks over there and light them up. We're good.
Well, I'm glad you explained that, because when you said forks make good kindling, I was like, "Are you burning plastic? That's like that should be like a crime or something."
Dude, I remember, whenever I went to summer camp, we'd go on the little camping trips, and they'd have like designated dudes that run the overnight camping trips. And it'd be like a very selection of dudes each year, but there was this one guy that just didn't care. He was a tripper, and he was just like the fire pit was the garbage bin. Like we'd get through like a plastic bag or something, you just toss it in there. I think the only
Hell
thing we
yeah.
didn't burn was like anything like a big like black garbage bag or anything, but all the little clear plastic things just right in the fire. And I was like, all right, cool.
Batteries into the fire.
Propane
Now,
tanks.
batteries go into the lake.
That is true.
Jesus.
Yeah, those fish need to charge their batteries.
Dude, yeah, it's
Phones.
it's fun. It gives them a good snack. Like it's great.
Good electrolytes, I've heard. All right. The next email, the final email of this week, comes from our good friend from Down Under, Andrew R.
Did you go
who
to
says-
Bathurst?
I don't think so, but he also
Damn.
sent this. No, I don't think he went to Bathurst this year. But he said, "Good morning, all y'all," and that's probably a good thing. I've been saving up these photos for a while. Instead of just guessing how it's more shopping cart meta. Instead of just guessing how far they strayed from the supermarket, we're going to see the adventures they get up to. And he's attached 5 images of shopping carts in various locations in Australia that he has found. Firstly, at the soccer field, because apparently that's where you bring shopping carts. And he says this one is on a fire trail in the Blue Mountains National Park.
What the fuck?
How
says
the
it's about-
fuck did it get there?
He says it's 2 kilometers down the trail.
Oh my
What?
god!
Sure.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
And then he sent 2
That's rules.
carts from various locations. He says the blue one is from Big W and the green one is from Woolworths, which I guess are 2 different things.
Big Woolworths fan.
It's so
he
weird.
sent this one that has a
Oh,
whole
wow,
ass
no.
barbecue in it.
Is that Ricky from Trailer Park Boys? Hold on.
It's so weird seeing the shopping carts with no rack underneath,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah.
and they
Yeah,
just
you're
have
right.
like the little pencil legs just sticking out.
Yes,
And then number 5
Oh my god.
is a shopping cart without legs at all. He says, "Could someone explain what's going on here?"
Been amputated.
That's Lieutenant Dan.
He
Yeah,
says,
we got
"What
a
kind of-
cart.
Says, "What
You got
fresh
no
kind of
legs,
demon
Lieutenant
hellspawn
Diane."
is this? Whoever did this, you've won this week's Arse Clown of the Week award. Thank you, Andrew."
Hey, if you flip that upside down, you like level that out somehow. Like that would make a badass grill to go over like a.
I've seen people do that. I've seen pictures.
Oh yeah.
Shopping cart grills. I feel like I don't know. There must be some kind of coating that wouldn't be very good for you. I wouldn't trust like non-food safe metals. You don't know
No,
what's
that's why you
going on
get
in
the
a
shopping
fire
shopping
cart.
going for a
Tray.
bit, so like all the coating and fumes like gets off of it,
right?
and
so it
then
doesn't
like
get
you're
stuck
good
to
to
your
grill.
food.
Or you could just like put like a pan on there. You can give you some separation.
Sure.
Little carcinogen never hurt anybody.
All right. Well, that
Well,
was
we can't like get our
End now.
microplastics from the plastic forks anymore. So now we gotta
Yeah,
innovate.
you can. Damn. That was a good little show.
Little.
Oh,
Wait,
what-
that shit was like 3 hours.
That was an hour and a half, my friend.
Oh my god.
What do we call it?
Ben's a brony.
Either
Ben
that
is a
or
brony.
or Rat's Nest, or
It's
there's
a
something else.
Redacted.
Ben's a brony.
All right. Cozy, thanks for coming back on. We'll be seeing you.
We'll be seeing you.
This is the last one though, so it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you'll never be
Celeste.
back. We're never gonna be back, and you viewers should never come back. Bye.
Please.
Hoorah.
Fuck the Packers.